today's presentation is going to be about travel. So before we begin, has anyone ever traveled before? Can you raise your hands if you have? Okay. And so another question I would like to ask is, since we recently had our spring break, what did you guys do during the spring break? For example, for me, I went back home to Texas to visit my friends and family, and I also celebrated my birthday during that week as well. So anyone else would like to share what they did during their spring break?
I did not think so. I worked.
Anyone else would like to share?
I went to office.
Office? Okay. And now getting to our lesson. So the agenda for today. So first we're going to watch a video. After the video, we're gonna have a short discussion with the partners sitting next to you. After that, we will be reviewing on conditionals, and from there we will have a quick project, which if we have enough time, maybe we could present, but if not, we can move that to our next class, and then voting would conclude this unit. So first, the video.
If we were to give you a free ticket to travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? This question was raised in our office this week, and the more people who answered, the more I realized that there is no such thing as the perfect vacation. We all have different tastes, and all have different ideas of what makes a great trip. We asked 3 people on the street where they would go, and their answers are as varied as they were.
James C. For me, the perfect vacation is somewhere away from people. I've always wanted to charter a boat and sail out into the middle of nowhere and just relax under the stars. I think it's important to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. And in doing so, you can gain a new perspective on life. Going to some far-off, exotic location always helps me to relax, forget the stress of my daily life in the city.
Anna K. When I travel, I want it to be as stress-free as possible. That's why I always prefer an all-inclusive package where everything is taken care of for you. It's my holiday. I don't want to be worried about planning. If money were no object, I'd love to go on a round-the-world cruise.
Rhonda M. I've got so many places on my bucket list. I like to walk the road less traveled. I like to get away from the tourist hotspot and experience the real culture of a place. Hiking in the Andes or traveling around South America would be my next choice. I think it's important to get out of your comfort zone and try to experience the huge variety of different places on our planet.
So before we move on to the next slide, I would like for you guys to talk with the person sitting next to you, as what the video said, like if you were given a free ticket, what would you guys do? Alright, and so I'll give you guys maybe 3 minutes to talk with your partner, or 2 minutes? Okay. And you can join the group of, to make a group of 3 since Mata is not here.
Yeah, I mean, could you do it? What is the
The same idea with the first.
I agree with people. He wants to go to a place without stress and away from people.
What about you?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea for travel. I like to go to just fancy hotel, 5-star, Hilton, Conrad area, because I've been exhausted in my work, so I just want to get some rest.
I want to go Cancun,
Mexico.
That's cool. I have seen the picture of that. It's a fantastic
I want to
place.
chill and go to hotel and take a rest. I want to escape my daily life right now.
I want to go to Hawaii.
Maybe,
I want to live in the
just
hotel near the
my dream
ocean.
is that we just rent a car and drive a car into some small
Yeah,
town.
then take a rest.
The situation is that there's only one road and it's all grass or mountains. It feels like you're the
Have you
only
ever been to
person in the
Cancun
world.
before?
No,
I really
but I
want
plan
to
to
experience the loneliest,
maybe next year.
which like also some. I don't remember the name, but there were mountains.
What's your policy?
No need to be.
So let's gather back now as a class. So I could share first. So if I were given a free ticket, I think I would go travel to Europe to visit family that I have in Europe, specifically Denmark. I wanted to ask you guys, what did your partner share with you guys? Sue, what did you say that he would travel to if he had a free ticket?
He wants to go to North Europe.
Oh, nice.
Northern Europe and can show the images. I think he would like to go there later. So it's a really nice place. So yeah.
Yeah, and you, what did Sumin or Songbin, what did they share?
If they get a ticket, get a free ticket, they will go to Cancun and live in some hotel to take a rest.
Yeah, Cancun, I heard it is pretty nice to visit. So what I just had you guys do was we will be focusing mainly on the second condition, which as you can see here, as if I were to use the sentence that I just gave an example of, so it's like if I were given a free ticket, I would go to visit family in Europe. And as you can see that where is like the past simple tense, and then I use were plus an infinitive, which an infinitive, as you remembered, is just the simple form of a verb, such as I just used the simple word travel. And just as a quick review on the different types of conditionals, so there are 4 different types. There's the zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and the third conditional we have not learned yet, but I just have it here in this chart, and we will learn this at a later date. So as a review, the zero conditional would be in a real situation, And the format of it would be if, present simple, then there would be a comma, and then another present simple. Moving on, so the next conditional, the first conditional is a possible situation that will happen in the future. So the format of a first conditional would be if plus the present simple, comma, will plus a verb. And the conditional that we will be focusing on today is the second conditional, which will be in an unreal situation. So the format of it would be if plus the past simple, comma, would plus a verb. And just to give you guys a little taste of the third conditional, it would be in an impossible situation. And the format of it would be if a past perfect, comma, would have plus a verb that would be in the past tense. So I have example sentences following the rules of these conditionals. So who would like to read the zero conditional? Oh, Simon?
If I have enough time, I travel to Asia.
Good. Nice. Who would like to read the first conditional, the possible situation? Sunan?
If I have enough time, I will travel to Asia.
Nice. And as you notice from the zero conditional and the first conditional, the difference is that there is will, which it will happen in the future. And then moving on, who would like to read the unreal situation? Yanu?
If I have enough time, I would travel to Asia.
Nice. And as you notice, the difference here is would, because it would be happening in the past tense, and it's in an unreal situation as time had passed. And lastly, I will just read the impossible or the third conditional situation, which we will learn at a later date. So it would be, if I had enough time, I would have traveled to Asia. And now I actually want you guys to come up with one additional sentence, and since we were focusing on the second conditional, can you guys write your own sentence using this format? And I can go back to this other slide as your reference, and you also have it, the slides available to you as well if you would like to look at on your own screen. But let's give you guys maybe 3 minutes to come up with one sentence of your own using this second conditional. So let's start now. And feel free to help each other out if you would like. And I will be walking around, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know if you need clarification.
Yeah, may I have a question?
Yes.
What's the difference between unreal and impossible?
So, unreal, so that would be a situation that could have happened in the past, but or present, but it didn't happen. For the impossible situation, it's something that happened in the past. that could have happened. Right?
So the unrealisticness is possible, but it haven't happened.
It's possible in the present, but it.
Still not possible,
Oh, it's
but it would be
Oh.
referencing right now.
so it's not something that would happen, but it could happen right now. For impossible, it would be something that could happen in the past. So the difference is this would be, it could look confusing since it is using the past simple, but it's something that could have happened in the present. This one is using past perfect, and it's something that didn't happen in the past. Sorry if that is my explanation. Sorry if I made it more confusing. But if you would like more examples, we would be learning the third conditional in the next class.
Thank you.
So the second condition, so I can say if I were you, it's not unreal, but it happened at present. Yeah. Is it second condition? If I were you?
Yeah.
And for the third condition, if I had enough time, something like that. Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you.
But is it possible if I were you?
Like if you had a lot of money today, right? It's not possible, nothing is possible, but it's referencing the present, that's it. That's the difference is time. Like if right now I had $100, what would I do? I would do that, but I don't have $100.
I can write another sentence for the second conditional here as you guys are also writing your own sentences. And my sentence would be related to the theme that we're doing of travel. So if you guys are able to see what I wrote on the chalkboard behind you, it's another example sentence of the second conditional, and it reads, if I had my passport, I would travel to Canada. So that is, to use this format, that is something that could have happened in present time, but here I am in this classroom.
So does it mean you have passport right now? No.
Yes, I have my passport, but so I could have went to Canada right now, but I am here still at USC. we are running on time. Who would like to share, if they have a sentence created, who would like to share their sentence? Wait, both of you can share, so you can go first.
My second conditional sentence, so my example is, if I were rich, I would buy Mercedes convertible.
Convertible.
I'm not rich, so it's not real.
Yes. Just to explain for everyone to understand the second conditional, I'm using Sue's sentence. So let's say that Sue could be rich right now, but she did not buy the car, the Mercedes. And Songbin, since you had your hand.
If I won lottery, I would get out of here. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Just to explain using Songbin's sentence, so if he had won the lottery right now, he would not be in this classroom. And like I said, we will learn the third conditional next class, but to try to clear up your confusion, I apologize that I caused. So I'm using the sentence that I wrote up there on the chalkboard once again. The second conditional, if I had my passport, I would travel to Canada. So I have my passport right now, and I could go to Canada, but I'm here right now in this classroom. If I were to change it to the third conditional, which I can quickly show you right now. So I could, if we were to follow this format that we had, I would add the word have here, and then you could add another had here if you were to follow the sentence formula that I had. So the third conditional would be read as, if I had my passport, I would have traveled to Canada. So the impossible situation is that I actually do not have my passport, so I cannot go to Canada. So that is why there is like two hats right next to each other, which makes it impossible to happen, just to clarify. And moving on.
Are you wrapping up right now? Because it's 56.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, you could, if you want, continue the rest of your lesson next time if you want to continue that, right?
Okay.
Because they'll be presenting, so you could do this as well.
Oh, okay. I guess just to wrap up, since we were short on time. So I actually have this rubric that I created for the presentation that you guys would do. So just to quickly go over some points. So the delivery, I am looking to see if you guys hold the attention of your audience, and to try to look at them, use direct eye contact, and speak with intonation and fluency. The next one, since
Kelly, I'm sorry, we have to stop because there's another class. It's
Oh,
57.
okay.
Yeah, but you're welcome to share the rubric with them.
Yes,
And
I have if you guys have the access to my slides, which should include everything that I have, but just as a quick wrap up, so this is what I would want you guys to do. As your IT exams are 7 minutes or less, my presentation would be you guys can pick any travel that you guys want, domestic or international, and I have examples in the slides as well, and just have a quick, like, one slide presentation on any destination of your choice. And at the end, we are actually going to vote on which travel destination place we would like to go to out of everyone that presented.
Fine, thank you, Kelly.